There are a lot of opinions, unknowns, uncertainties floating all across the crypto world. But in this video, I want to break down a very strong opinion that I have about Cardano. That is, Cardano is about to produce incredible results, execute on a solid vision, outperform, and dominate. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into this video. Let me preface, this is opinion. This is my opinion. This is an opinion I've just had for a very long time in regards to Cardano. I started covering Cardano a lot last summer. It's played out well thus far, and I just truly think it's going to continue, and there are so many reasons why. We can just read this, and this was an article from a couple days ago. More than $31 billion worth of ADA staked as Cardano Alonso smart contracts launch approaches. Do you realize that? 71% of total supply being staked. The total number of addresses with staked assets have grown by more than 11% over the past month. The number jumped from 600,000 as of early June to 672,000 as revealed by Cardano Pool. So the network is growing. People are coming into Cardano. I mean, you can go to just our most recent stake pool, CCV3, and we can just see there are people just adding Cardano. They're staking. People are accumulating Cardano. That is just number one. And then we look at the chart, right? And you know this. I've talked about it so often, and I really want to dig into kind of how will this play out? And there's a really simple question, and this isn't anything negative about any other cryptocurrency. You know, a lot of us are here for gains. It just so happens Cardano is just an incredible project and is so fun to be a part of. It's so fun to build on top of. And I think a lot of you are enjoying kind of that realm with me. But just from a gains perspective, there's a very simple question to ask yourself. $500 billion market cap. Ethereum saw this market cap, and this was, this past run up that we've had a few months ago. Ethereum was sitting at $500 billion market cap. Now, the question to ask yourself is, what will happen first? Very simple. Will Cardano 10x, right, and kind of get in this general vicinity and hit $500 billion market cap? Is that realistic? Or will Ethereum 10x? And from where Ethereum is right now in market cap, we can go take a glance, 275 billion. So is Cardano or is Ethereum going to 10x to almost $3 trillion market cap before Cardano actually even hits 500 billion market cap where Ethereum already was? And again, this is nothing. I am comparing the two a little bit, but just from an opportunity perspective, the answer I think is so clear. Anybody, as long as you don't have some type of just crazy allegiance to a crypto at any given time, the answer is pretty clear. It's way more realistic that Cardano is going to 10x to around a $500 billion market cap before Ethereum 10x's to almost $3 trillion market cap. So that's that. And that puts aside all of the other arguments in regards to what Cardano ecosystem and blockchain is versus Ethereum. And we all have our opinions. If you're long on Cardano, we have our very strong opinions of why Cardano is just a better solution. In my very own opinion, Ethereum is broken in many ways. The Cardano staking mechanism that has come into play has just been a game changer. It's just been so incredible. It's just, you look at articles like this, 71% staked in terms of the staking mechanism, not locked in, a minimum of 10. It's a stress-free process. It's a decentralized process. And then we have smart contracts on the way. What kind of game-changing move is that going to bring to Cardano? So that's kind of the general roundabout way of saying Cardano very much is in a position to just outperform. But we start looking at the charts as well, right? And we already looked at the case for a 10x to 500 billion. We know $1 trillion market cap kind of is up here in the $30 plus range. That's a 22x. We're not really going to talk about that in this video. I think that will happen one day. But what I want to talk about is, where is Cardano right now in this timeline in regards to the bull market? I very much believe Bitcoin is in the middle of the bull market right now. We're getting this retrace. Here's a Bitcoin chart. I think we're getting ready to bounce to the upside for continuation. It's a very similar play out that happened in the middle of the last bull market. I'm not going to dig into that. But if this is the case, Cardano, and we can actually we can go look over here, Cardano on the weekly doing the same thing at the same time. But the upside potential for Cardano, even versus Bitcoin, is just so strong of a play. And you might be saying, but Dan, how can you be so bullish that there's going to be continuation here? Cardano just had a huge dip to the downside, and you can look at it on the daily chart. This is what it looks like from that all-time high $2.50 range. Cardano really quickly around 60% dip. At one point around 60%, so 63% dip to 60% dip, and now we've consolidated a little bit more, and we're down around 42%. I want to draw your eyes' attention to a chart we've talked about before, and this looks very similar to the Cardano chart on the daily right now, and this is Ethereum chart on the daily in the middle of the last bull market. So we're saying potentially Cardano is in the middle of this bull market. And we don't have so much data on Cardano for the last bull market, but we do have Ethereum. And there are a lot of similarities in terms of just the general hype around Ethereum back then versus Cardano now. There's a lot of speculation of Cardano now, similar speculation, Ethereum then. And look what Ethereum did. And we've talked about this before. Ethereum had a 69% dip in the middle of the last bull market. And it continued to the upside. And if you look at this chart even, you see the 20-day moving average, this green line crossing below the 50-day. And then you see the struggle of Ethereum kind of getting back above and then making that 20-day cross above the 50-day again. And then you look at the Cardano chart and you're just like, wow, look at this. A very similar move. We got the 60% dip that we just talked about, right? We have the 20-day moving average crossing below the 50-day, that blue line. And now we're getting this uptick right now. Are we going to get a 20-day moving average cross back above the 50-day moving average for continuation in this bull market? The move looks so far almost identical to the Ethereum move of the last bull market. And we use historical data. We use the flow of, charting data, sentiment data, on-chain Bitcoin metrics. We put them all together and we say, man, there really is a possibility that this is playing out this way. We have to continue tracking it. But if you look at these charts, pretty incredible to see Cardano and Ethereum similarities. And it's interesting because we're always comparing Ethereum and Cardano. Now, speaking of that, right? What does that look like? And here it is. This is the ADA ETH chart. And you can just see from, the beginning of the year back here, Cardano has just been seeing gains against Ethereum. And we're talking about higher highs, higher lows, right now consolidating. And it really is my opinion that Cardano is going to continue. And maybe we come down more again. We put in another higher low somewhere down here. I don't know. But we're going to track this. But it's my opinion that Cardano is getting ready to dominate on the ADA ETH chart. Likewise, it's my opinion that Cardano is going to dominate on this chart, the ADA BTC chart. And that is simply because if you go to CoinMarketCap, this is something that's really compelling. A lot of people might say, man, Dan, why are you so bullish on Cardano? It's like a top 5 coin. It's already up there. There's so many altcoins that have so much more potential to 50x. Well, here's the thing. Cardano is a top 5 coin, but look at the separation in market cap. 46 billion to Cardano or to Ethereum, 275 billion, right? The market cap of Bitcoin, almost 700 billion. So Cardano is so far, there's such a wide gap, and there's so much market share for Cardano to earn, right, from these other top cryptos. And Cardano has so much potential for upside. And it really is just so illustrated on this weekly chart. This is what it looks like. This is the market share with smart contracts on its way. And this is just, and I'm trying to keep this, a 10-minute video because I wanted to just lay the case out of why Cardano is just so poised to continue outperforming. It's already outperformed, in the last year. Since March of 2020, Cardano at one point up around 13,000%. And in the middle of this bull market, there's such a case that this trend is going to continue because Cardano does have a lot of market share to capture on this even top 5 chart. There's a huge gap between Ethereum and Bitcoin. And need I remind you, Grayscale just added Cardano yesterday. And where do they have Cardano on that lineup in terms of their weighted funds? It is Cardano right behind Bitcoin and Ethereum because they know, I think, they see it. Something very big getting ready to happen for Cardano. I have to just kind of remind you, you know, I'm very bullish on Cardano. You know this. I'm building on Cardano, building business on Cardano. Um, but truly, like I want to be very transparent in the fact that I just really think all of this data just makes sense to say why Cardano is so bullish right now. And again, I'll end this video with the same question I kind of started it with. What is more realistic to happen first? A $500 billion market cap for Cardano, a 10x. Ethereum was already there, and Cardano has a better ecosystem, in my opinion. There's no reason why Cardano can't do that rather quickly. Or Ethereum, a 10x to almost, what would it have to be? A $2.75 trillion market cap. It just seems more realistic that Cardano has more upside just with that very simple question alone. And I know I'm comparing the two. I'm not trying to be negative against Ethereum. I want to see Ethereum succeed. I really actually do. And if the people that are long in Ethereum, they're long in Ethereum, they don't like Cardano, I want to see them succeed. I don't want to see people fail. I don't want to sit here and, put down other projects. That's not why I'm here. I'm trying to objectively speak to you, even though I'm so bullish on Cardano, putting that aside, what data just makes sense? And that data plays into why I'm so bullish on Cardano, amongst a lot of other things. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts below. Everybody, if you're not staking, if you're not one of those 71% of delegators, delegate. CCV3, we're at 17 million in this pool, and we're growing. And just look at this: 14 minutes ago, 100,000 Cardano, 397, 694, 50,000. Look at all of the delegations. It's just crazy. People, Cardano, ADA holders, accumulating and staking, earning rewards every 5 days, no risk, no lock-in, sits in your wallet. It doesn't get any more easier than that. So everybody hit the subscribe. I appreciate all of you coming by. Hit the like. Have an awesome day. God bless.